Hello. So this is the second part to dealing with my anxiety video. You'll have to excuse me, I'm a bit of a mess this morning. I was supposed to make this video yesterday, but I'm in the middle of a flare and it was really bad yesterday because of all the activity the other day, going to the anxiety course, you know, all the walking I had to do and all the stress and anxiety. It's all just sort of like kicked off a fibro flare and an osteoarthritis flare. And also we've had a bit of like rainy cold weather, and that's sort of like flared up my hip pain and everything as well. So yesterday I was a bit knackered, and I did make a quick little live video on Suki's Vlogs Facebook page, just showing off my new fidget spinner, which is this one here. I decided to get one because they help a lot with anxiety supposedly, and also they help with ASD. So like with my autistic spectrum disorder, I tend to get sensory overload a lot, and my brain fog's bad this morning. So yeah, it helps with sensory overload because like with everything going on around you, with me, I pick up on everything. I can hear, see everything. It's like a bombardment of the senses, on the senses. So, and sometimes that can cause a meltdown. So, having something like this to fidget about with and focus on helps me block out everything that's going on and helps, calm the sensory overload down, kind of thing. But I've heard a lot about these, and I decided to get one and have a go at it and see if it helps. And at the moment it is. I am kind of enjoying it, but I've only had it a couple of days and I've not really put it to the test fully. So over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be trialing it. And lately me and my partner John, we've been going to the Talking Heads open mic poetry thing, and obviously there's lots of people there, lots of strangers I don't know, everyone's socializing and everything, and I get very bad anxiety with socialization. So I've been trying to drop myself in the deep end, and John's been helping me, and we've kind of like I've been trying to talk to some of the strangers there, and I spoke to a few people, and they're really nice people. And what I'm going to do is, when I'm in situations like that, when we go to the next one of those, I'm going to take this with me and, keep it on me and fiddle around with it so that I can see whether it eases my social anxiety and sensory overload in that situation. And also my partner John, where he has ADHD and anxiety and depression and stuff, he's going to have a go at it. Although he's not that struck with this one. He doesn't think it would help him, but he's going to give it a go anyway. And we're hopefully going to get a fidget cube as well, and a few other stress and anxiety calming toys, or whatever you call them, and we're going to give them a go and trial them, and then we're hopefully going to do a video for my YouTube to test them, to you know, give the good points and the bad points, what we liked about each object, and how much we think it helped us, and, you know, what object we like the best and everything. And hopefully that might help other people, because they, you know, you might want to give some of them a try yourself. Now, fidget spinners, this one was about £4, I think, on Amazon. They've got loads on Amazon, all different types. And this is the original style, which I think it was originally a company called Tobar that started making these in 2014, I believe. And it was a guy who made one for himself to help his stress and anxiety while he was doing meetings and conference calls and things like that, to give him something to fiddle about with while he was in the meeting, to help calm his anxiety. And then I guess it just took off from there, and then a woman in America or something come up with an idea, made one, and everyone's claiming she's the inventor of it, and she claims, no, I'm not the inventor of it, I just made one and it caught on, you know. So, but yeah, this is the original style. I quite like it, because it's all shiny and it's got the rainbow sort of colours. It's quite weighted as well, so, you know, apparently you can do tricks with these. I've had a look at a few YouTube videos where people are doing tricks, and to be honest, some of them don't look that safe. I mean, there's people like spinning it and then throwing it and catching it in the other hand whilst it's still spinning, switching fingers and stuff, you know. But me, and there's like the one trick I saw which I thought, I'm not going to try that. They get it spinning, chuck it in the air and then catch it while it's still spinning. And I thought, I'm not going to try that, because this thing is weighted, it's metal, and knowing my luck and my clumsiness, I'll throw it in the air and it'll come back down and conk me on the head. So I'm not going to try any of those fancy tricks with this, so I'm too clumsy. But yeah, so do have a look at these, give them a go and whatnot. If you do have one and it's helped with your anxiety, let me know on the Facebook page, Suki's Vlogs. If you have one of these fancy ones with the different patterns on it, or there's ones I've seen that look like a skull and crossbones. You hold the skull and spin the crossbones, and it's quite funky. So yeah, if you have any fancy ones like that and you want to show them off, take a picture of it and share it on my Facebook page, Suki's Vlogs Facebook page. You know, because I think they're quite cool and that, you know. But yeah, that's that. But yeah, was going to tell you about how the course went, the group therapy course. It went really well. I was really nervous and anxious going there. When I got in there, I was nervous and anxious, but they all seemed to be very nice people. The therapists, 2 therapists that were in there, they were really nice, really friendly and helpful. So it was really good. And I've been given this book thingy, you know, where it's got this is like the worksheets, and they've given me some homework on it. And the homework is something they call SMART goals, which is pretty cool. That's what it stands for. Hopefully this camera ain't doing a mirrored effect, but I'll read it out quickly. S stands for specific, M stands for measurable, A stands for achievable, R stands for realistic, and T stands for timely. So basically, I've had to come up with goals that I want to aim for. So like me, I've gone for socialise more, have more conversations with people, be more independent, get more motivated, stop comfort eating junk food. That's one big one I do when I'm anxious or stressed or whatever. I do comfort eat a lot, and of course that's not good for my health. So I think that only makes the situation worse, because most of the time it's my health that causes a lot of my anxiety. So if I'm eating unhealthy things all the time, that's only going to make my health worse, and then that's only going to make my anxiety worse. So I think the junk food needs to go. I've been trying to replace junk food with healthy food like fruit and that, which is going okay. And that, you know, when I have fruit, I eat a lot of it because I love fruit. But the only problem with fruit is it doesn't last long with me. You know, I bought a whole watermelon one day, and I thought this will probably last me a week or something. Have a couple of slices a day, it'll be fine. I went through the whole thing in a day. So, yeah. I'm going to have to figure out a way of getting fruit and keeping it for longer. Maybe cutting it up. I did think getting some of those plastic tubs, cutting up the fruits and making fruit salads and putting them in the freezer and freezing them, because then I can eat them frozen with the hot weather. I could make smoothies with them, or I could leave one out for a few hours to defrost and eat it. So that's something I'm going to be trying. But yeah, we've got to make sure the goals we pick are specific. So are you aiming at just one thing? It says here. Is it measurable? How would you measure this aim? Is it achievable? Make sure it is something small and easy. Is it realistic? Don't run before you can walk. Is it time limited? When do you want to achieve it by? So some of these are probably a bit too big. So like the be more independent and get motivated, they're probably not good SMART goals because they're not too specific. The socialise more, maybe have more conversations with people, that maybe is a good SMART goal for me. The comfort eating, maybe stop comfort eating, yeah, maybe. But there's one SMART goal I'm going for. As I mentioned, I think in a couple of videos lately, me and my partner have been going to a local open mic poetry thing. They have it on once a month, and we've been going there. And John has been reading some of his poetry there, and he's doing really good with it. And it's really boosting his confidence, and I think it's helping with his anxiety a bit as well. So, and I've got back into writing poetry again. I used to write poetry when I was younger, when I was a teen, and I read to help me get through difficult times and stuff, because it's good to get feelings out. So I've started it again, and it has sort of like been helping a little. But my aim is, my SMART goal is to eventually stand up in front of all those people at the Write a Note open mic thing and read one or two of my poems. So that's what I'm aiming for. If I can do that, I reckon that would be really cool. And I've got 3 or 4 poems written already. I need to work on them a little bit more. They're a bit rough around the edges, but hopefully that's something I'll be able to do. So with this course, they'll be teaching us helpful tips on how to deal with our worries, with our stress, with our anxiety and stuff like that. So hopefully I can put into practice some of the stuff I learn on this course, and hopefully that will help. So yeah, it's all really good. So, and I think I'm gonna, hang on a minute, my phone's going off. Medication alarm. But yeah, so I'm hopefully as well in a minute going to get a piece of paper and write down all my SPARK goals, and then I can slowly work towards them, and then once I've done them I can tick them off. Then I can look back at that list later and see what I've accomplished. So yeah, hopefully it'll all go well. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. If you do suffer from anxiety, give the SMART goals a go yourself, or go to a course like I'm going to. I mean, Steps to Wellbeing in Southampton are really good. They do so many courses and group therapies and counselling for people that have mental health issues. But yeah, the SMART goals, you know, do those. So make sure it's specific, make sure it can be measurable, make sure it can be achievable, make sure it can be realistic, make sure it can be timely. So maybe have a go at that yourself, see how it works. But yeah, I'm going to go off now, finish my cup of tea and take my medication. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all later. Bye bye.